Oh man, that Michael movie was awesome. You managed to get this sick poster from my actual theater. Like, this is so nice. Truly an awesome movie, like a wonderful time, really. Ah, yes. So not too long ago, my good friend Benji, aka Shaw of 10, made a video talking about the history between Sonic and Michael Jackson. Which, by the way, you should go watch that video because it's a pretty decent video. Also, my good friend here makes some really good content. But watch that one after this one, please. Sonic and Michael Jackson have an interesting history together. From Michael Jackson being quite the gamer and playing Sonic and Sega games often as seen in photos, as well as Michael Jackson working on parts of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 soundtrack before eventually he would end up leaving the project later on because of being unsatisfied with the way it was going. And that's only one of the 3 reasons we're going to get into today. But MJ's presence is still within the Sonic 3 OST because tracks like Launch Bay Zone and Carnival Night Zone have very big MJ remains in them, from Carnival Night clearly being Jam and the Go in the background in Launch Bay Zone clearly being Michael himself in one of the acapella tracks he sent over to them. Also another acapella track that he sent over where you could clearly hear him wooing in the background of the boss track. There's more to cover there with MJ and the Sonic 3 soundtrack, but you've heard this talked about before. Today I want to talk about a little something different involving these two. Recently, after seeing the Michael Jackson movie about, 3 times now, with how amazing that movie was, I've been listening to MJ a lot more than I usually do. So in other words, instead of likely every now and again throughout the week, it's just about every day now. Is it a problem? Absolutely not. But among me listening to Michael Jackson's catalog within my own playlist, something came to mind while listening to them. Oh my gosh, Sonic! With all of Sonic and MJ's history together at making music for games at one point, and me just listening to MJ on the repeat again, some of the music I've been listening to in MJ's catalog sounds like it could almost fit within a Sonic game. And today, I want to give what I think, at least for my personal playlist of MJ songs that I listen to, I think that would personally fit well in the background of a Sonic stage. Now the question is, where do we start? Well, let's start with one of the picks that made this video even become an idea in the first place. Alright, starting off the first pick of what works well is Rock With You from Michael's very first solo album, Off the Wall in 1979. This album was the ultimate experiment to see if MJ can do well on his own, and based on the reception and sales of the first album, yeah, this man can maybe go solo. This song has been a favorite of mine for quite a while, and this song, in case you haven't heard it alongside the footage I put alongside it, sounds very fitting for a chilled environment with Sonic at how laid back and upbeat, but kinda chill the song sounds. Whenever I hear this song, I always picture a Stardust Speedway Pass kind of setting, where it's nighttime and it's a slowed down level to let you sit back and turn your brain off to hear the music and take the environment in. The opening of the song is what really makes it have that sound and vibe. I can't even lie, ever since I first heard this song a few years ago, yeah, I discovered this song very late, not only was I saying, holy crap, where's this been my whole life? But also, hey, this sounds like a chill Sonic zone. Another honorable mention from Off the Wall is, well, Off the Wall. It's got that same laid-back sort of feel to it as well. Both these tracks here work perfectly as a laid-back nighttime/evening track for a Sonic level. If you haven't heard them, check them out for yourself, and I'm sure you'll hear it too. Alright, time to start with the big guns, aka my favorite piece of MJ media, and one of my favorite albums of all time. The big one that started the idea for this video as well. You could say right now I'm thrilling you with excitement. Alright, G-Dub, put the Get Out sound effect right in the middle. The next track that gives that Sonic stage vibe is the one and only Wanna Be Startin' Something. Oh, the feelings this song makes me feel. Alright, Wanna Be Startin' Something had to be here with this. Not only is this one of my favorite MJ songs, ever, the song has got that upbeat anthem to it throughout it, with that drum opening to then leading into the main instrumental of the song, all just sounds like the title card of the stage, to then leading to where you get into the action. Listen to an instrumental, it fits perfectly with a Sonic aesthetic, especially when the song starts picking up about 3.5 minutes in. Now granted, this song does feel kind of plain whenever you strip away the vocals, and I've got no particular level idea in my head for the song, but if I had the best picture in my head, it would probably be the one city level from the fan game Sonic Galactic, a city looking level aesthetic that would fit this song perfectly. I don't know, but give the song a listen for yourself and see what would fit with Wanna Be Startin' Something for yourself. Alright, time for one other song from Thriller, and you probably heard this one immediately after the opening, that being Baby Be Mine. This song in the opening comes on, it just sounds like the beginning of a stage title card, and then you start walking off into the zone. This one was another one that made me want to make this video when I first heard this song a while back. Hearing songs like this just makes me wonder how much inspiration MJ had on the classic Sonic scene when it comes to music. I mean, he had quite a bit, which where eventually he'd work on the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 soundtrack, so it comes full circle in some way. Nonetheless, the track is simple, yes, but it makes a dang good sounding background stage for Sonic. Alright, this one is going to be really short, but I still want to add it here, frankly because of its opening. That being one of Michael Jackson's best songs he's made, Human Nature. I don't know how to describe this, but when I hear Human Nature's opening, it has that Sonic from the 90s-esque to it perfectly. It sounds like it could almost work a little in Station Square or Emerald Coast within Sonic Adventure. The funniest part about this is that this song is from 1982, a whole decade before Sonic's 90s sound aesthetic would be a thing. If that doesn't scream impressive, I don't know what doesn't. Really goes to show how much Sonic was molded after MJ. I mean, his shoes are based on what Michael wore on the Bad album cover, so, you know, if the shoe fits. The song can also fit very well in like a beach sort of esque with the opening. I don't know, this might sound random to put on here, but I just really get that Sonic 90s vibe from the beginning of Human Nature. Also, the song is just fantastic, it's beautiful. Why is this song so beautiful? Next! Moving past Thriller and into 1987, we move on to Michael Jackson's third solo album, featuring the title track that introduced me to Michael Jackson all those years ago when I was a little kid, Being Bad. And the song choice for this is one you probably saw coming, is the most Genesis sounding song before the Genesis was even a thing, being Speed Demon. This song is one that, like I just said, sounds unironically like a Sega Genesis game before the Sega Genesis was even a thing. It works well to that 2D Sonic-esque sounding vibe we're looking for here. This sounds like something that could work in like the final zone of a Sonic game, like a Metallic Madness or Scrap Brain Zone. Heck, let's go a step further, maybe a launch base in there too perhaps. It has that final level-esque kick to it, and not only did I love the song upon hearing it for the first time, but also the sonic neuron activated quite literally immediately upon hearing it. Whenever someone tells you that this one is the most Sonic Sega Genesis-esque sounding song, they really mean it, trust me. Next and last song from Bad is Another Part of Me. After the boot-up-esque sound you hear in the beginning, which is a funny coincidence, you can hear the groovy level theme begin. It's got that upbeat feel to it that could be, once again, fit in a city-esque sort of level. You know, a lot of these really have the same vibe all around, I'm just not realizing. A lot of them can really fit into a city level. This track doesn't have anything too crazy in terms of a Sonic level, it's just got that feel upon hearing it, you think, yeah, that works. Alright, so now we're moving on to the 90s, and here is actually when Sonic came into play, and for the song that I got picked up next is one that really sounds like a Sonic level theme, and that one actually came out the same year Sonic did, funnily enough, the choice being Remember the Time from Michael's 1991 album Dangerous. Now this song, come on now. You can hear it clear as day. This one sounds like something straight out of something like an Oil Ocean or Mirage Saloon or even a cut level like Dusty Desert sort of stage. Either way, a desert is involved in some way, shape, or form. That little synth in the beginning to the drums, ooh, it's so good. Or heck, maybe even a Studiopolis kind of level. There it is again. Remember the Time is not only my second favorite song from Dangerous, but is one of the picks from Michael's discography that works well with Sonic themes too. If you were on the hype train back in 2017 for Sonic Mania, and there is a high chance you know of the mashup video of Remember the Mirage Saloon. This was how I first heard the song back then, and listening to the actual song, yeah, this sounds like it could be the background of either a city level or a desert level, honestly. It just works that much. Listen to it and I guarantee you, you will hear it too. Alright, last song for the list, and what I want to end on is You Rock My World from Michael's last studio album, being Invincible. This one is probably my absolute favorite song from Invincible, and this one having a Stardust Speedway sort of sound to it, from the piano and drums in the beginning to the progression, it all screams that Starry Night Sky level looking environment. This one took a while to decide if it would fit, but listening to it enough times, I came to the ultimate conclusion that it had to be part of the list I have here. And honestly, I don't know why, but whenever I listen to the beginning with the piano kicks in this song, for some reason I think of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I don't know why, but I just do. And it's weird, but Maybe you guys can maybe tell me why you think of it, because I don't know why I think of Super Smash Bros. Brawl whenever I hear that piano bit at the beginning of the song. But anyways, if you haven't heard You Rock My World, please go listen to it because this album is very underrated. And with all that said, that's about all I've got when it comes to Michael Jackson songs that I think could fit in the background of Sonic levels. I know this video seems random, and I know it seems very short, and I know it seems very, again, random, but this is a video idea that I had around after I saw the Michael movie and listening to Michael's music more again. Hearing more of Michael's music and not just the songs that I listened to growing up, I couldn't help but think of Sonic whenever I listened to some of these songs. Like I said before, Sonic was likely very inspired by Michael Jackson in a number of ways. But honestly, let me know, did I miss any songs that could work in the background of a Sonic theme that Michael Jackson has made? I'm genuinely curious if I missed any, because some of these were added last minute when I was scripting this video. But that's all I got for now, everybody. I'll see you on the next one, and until then, everyone, take care.